What is up, GBA fans, and welcome back for week 7 of Top Plays. I'm your host Dom, and I'm joined by Paulie.
And I'm very happy to have Dom back here with me, and without further ado, we are going to get right into the top plays.
Coming in at number 5, we have Envy and the San Diego Chimchargers versus Joey and the Bronx Bearticks. And what I'm sure was one of the most hyped up matches of the season, we see these two longtime friends square off against each other. Envy leads off with Curum and fires off an Ice Beam into Joey's Necrozma, while being paralyzed by Thunder Wave in the process. He continues to fire off Ice Beams to project an air of being choice locked, switching it out when Joey brings in his Magnezone. Gligar comes in to take the Flash Cannon and fire off an EQ, which hits Necrozma for decent damage, and then Envy reveals SD, which hits Necrozma even harder, knocking it out, and then goes down to Salazzle's Flamethrower. Envy then uses Curum to pick off the remaining members of Joey's team with a combination of Earth Power and Ice Beam, and even prevents the Linoon from setting up with a Dragon Tail tech. Curum's overwhelming pressure during the game leads Envy to win by forfeit, as his AV Curum set just seemed to be one of those really nice set matchups similar to Jolt's AV Gardevoir against Envy himself.
At number 4, we go to Jolt and the Kansas City Jiraachis as they took on Coach Z and the Columbus Chew. Now, Jolt had a very weakened Gardevoir, and Coach Z brought in his Mega Gardevoir, Mega Up, and is going to knock out Jolt's Gardevoir. But that's because Jolt decided to sack off his Gardevoir as he saw this as his best opportunity to set up with his Celesteela and win. So in comes the Celesteela, and he's going to be able to easily chew a Thunderbolt from this max special attack Mega Gardevoir, and is going to be able to get up the Autotomize, and is going to be able to sweep up through the rest of Coach Z's team, as the Heavy Slam will pick it up and be able to get the boost of the special attack stat, as the rest of it was special, and is going to be able to outspeed as well the Blaziken on Coach Z's side, which was Choice Scarf. The Autotomized Celesteela had enough Mesmer to be able to outspeed a Choice Scarf Blaziken, so with knocking out the Blaziken, it is able to then clean up the rest of Coach Z's team, and is able to come in and get Jolt his win and set the record for most consecutive wins to start a GBA season.
In our third bout of the week, we have Gator and the Florida Gators versus Tom and the San Jose Sharpedos. After a little bit of hacks on Gator's part and some over predictions on Tom's, Gator gets to keep some momentum towards the end of the game. Gator has his Mega Altaria in on Tom's Roserade and switches out fearing the Sludge Bomb. Tom predicts Gator to want to go into Heatran and fires off an HP Ground and knocks it out. This gives him a bit more freedom to bring in Flygon, as he can get up a sub to avoid a Sleep Powder, and he doesn't have to fear HP Ice since it was revealed that it was HP Ground against Heatran. Tom goes into Landorus to try and weaken Flygon's attack and dodge a potential EQ, giving Gator a free sub. Landorus' best move to hit Flygon with is Fly, so this gave Gator the opportunity to get 2 Dragon Dances up and demolish Landorus, Houndoom and the rest of his team, and clean up the game. This is the second time Gator has pulled off a big Flygon sweep, and it's definitely earning its keep on his team.
Coming in at number 2, we have John, aka Pokemon, coaching the New Orleans Pelipers, as he went and took on Chimpact and the Philadelphia Scizors. And we're talking about the way he played his Diancie, his Mega Diancie, which he does have, but he didn't keep it Mega much in the game. Mega Carl stayed as regular Carl throughout the most of the game, as it was able to continuously switch in on the Victini's V-Craze, which did absolutely nothing, doing around 19 to 23% throughout the battle, just chewing those hits. And then finally, when the time was right, John went and clicked the Mega Evolution, went for Sleep Talk as the Tapu Bulu comes in, and is able to go and get the Lucky Roll and get the Moonblast, but because the Mega Evolution gets off much more damage than it would have if he hadn't gone for the Mega Evolution. Now, thanks to an overprediction from Chimpact, he was able to then knock out the Tapu Bulu, and this would then set him up where he is able to get in his Piloswine, set up the rocks as Victini switches out, which has allowed Victini to then be killed by the rocks. It was some great playing by John. It led to him getting a win over Chimpact and comes in number 2 on this list.
Finally, our top play of the week was in a match where Geo and the San Francisco Giants squared off against Cybertron and the Melbourne Rotoms. Geo has been a long-time powerful force in the GBA, and the newcomer to the season, Cybertron, has really flourished as he's played more in the format. They played a really long, drawn-out game that really came down to the wire and seemed like anyone's game. It came to a point where Cybertron had 2 Rain Sweepers, an intact Mimikyu, and a Kartana left, and the rest of Geo's team didn't have the advantage on paper. Geo did get rid of Pelipper earlier in the game to halt Rain, and Toxapex was able to knock out Kartana after living on 19 HP. Pelipper being gone gave Geo a lot more room to breathe, as he didn't have to worry about Kingdra or Swampert coming in and sweeping him at the end of the game. After Kartana goes down, Cybertron goes into his Mimikyu and knocks out Toxapex with a Shadow Claw, allowing Scizor to come in and break Mimikyu's disguise with a Bullet Punch. It still seemed like anyone's game, as Shadow Sneak could potentially finish up the game for Cybertron, but Ditto comes in and copies it, revealing that it didn't have Shadow Sneak at all. Geo is then left with a scarfed offensive Mimikyu and counter sweeps the Rotoms, easily picking off the rest of Cybertron's weakened and poisoned team with Shadow Claw. This was one of the better matches of the season, and even though Cybertron lost, his battling pedigree was very apparent, and Geo was just doing what he does consistently.
And those were our top plays for Week 7 of Season 8 of the GBA. Do you agree? Leave a comment down below if you think we had the right top play or if you think there was a play that we missed out.
Thanks so much for watching, and remember to check back next Friday at 4 for more top plays. Have a great day. Peace.